I'm back. Hey guys, how's it going? What is this? Episode 6. Every week I feel like I'm asking what episode this is. Boy, this week flew by. I didn't even notice today was Friday, and I should have had already an episode by today out, and I'm recording right now. It has been a very busy week. Yesterday was my husband's birthday, so we had a little celebration, and that's one of the reasons why I wasn't able to film. I have been doing a bunch of TikTok content, still not enough, still not as much as I wanted. I've been busy, and this just goes to show that you do have a choice. You have a choice of being busy or not. I mean, I am unemployed, basically. I am self-employed. Before I picked this whole thing up, I used to be a depressed little mess because I wouldn't push myself. I wouldn't find things to do. I would be unemployed on the couch, deeply depressed, thinking about how, like, what is my purpose? Thinking about what am I supposed to do? Am I just going to go through life without making anything? Am I just gonna go through life without adding nothing to it? Like, so that becomes very depressive, just rotting on the couch. And sometimes we think that it's absolutely perfection, not doing anything, and being lazy is amazing and not having to deal with like obligations or responsibilities. But bro, that thing will actually depress you a lot. And I think that I understand now why there's a lot of rich people that will be extremely depressed. They have access to absolutely everything, and then they will still be depressed. That kind of explains that. So anyways, I found things to do. Like, I found things to occupy myself with. It don't get it twisted. Like, I have talents and skills to make money and to be productive with, and to actually have a purpose with. The problem was I wasn't actually doing it. I wasn't coming up with a plan, because I think it's way harder being your own boss than having a boss. Like, I would rather, like I said, I would rather shit my pants than have a boss, even though I know it's way harder to be my own boss, because I have to discipline myself to do all the things I have to do. If I don't deliver, I'm the one who's going to be hungry. It's way harder being your own boss. It requires way more discipline. It requires a lot of also self-love. It's a very, very fine-tuned balance you have to find to be self-employed, to be your own boss, and to be successful at it. So I think I have moments where I have ups and I have downs. When I'm on my ups, I know exactly what I need to do. And it gets very confusing. If you're not writing things down, it gets super confusing. Even though I tell myself, oh, I'm sure I'm not going to forget this. This is going to be in my brain because this is just so important. I'm sure I don't have to write this down. And then I will completely forget it, because there's so many of those things that I'm sure I won't forget and that are so important that I'm sure I won't forget, that they just end up becoming a whole blur, a whole mess in my brain. So write everything down, everything you have to do, all the options, all your skills, and how you can make money. And write the priority, like, what can you do first? What is the easiest thing to do? From there, you just stay productive. Give yourself a schedule, or even not. Like, I noticed that whenever I keep a super strict schedule, when it's like writing down to the dot, like to the hour of what I'm going to do exactly until what hour, that usually doesn't work for me. My scheduling works better when I am more flexible. So if I know exactly the things that I want to tackle for the day, I will literally just write down what I need to tackle for the day, and kind of like the timing doesn't matter as long as I tackle it. And I think that for me has worked the best, as opposed to like keeping it to a strict hour. I used to love that. Deep down, I'm a Virgo moon, so deep down I love this like detailed, specific control of my routine. I would love it if I could just wake up at exactly 7:05 and have breakfast by 7:30 and content by 10 a.m. I don't know. It can go either way, but I would love for that to be my reality. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work, and I just have to accept that it doesn't work. And what works for me, just to know exactly what I'm going to do for today, and I will make sure that I handle it in my time, like whenever I feel that the right time is to do that, I will just do it. And that works the best for me. I find that I'm way more productive when I work that way. I end up doing more than I had on my list, as opposed to if I had it all like detailed out by the minute. So maybe that will work. And that's the most important thing, just handling stuff, getting it done, staying productive. Staying productive is extremely important for your mental health. You know, I watched this documentary with Arnold Schwarzenegger on Netflix. It's an old one. I think it's been like an year or two ago since they released it. You should watch it if you haven't. It's on Netflix. But that documentary was very healthy. I had no idea. Arnold Schwarzenegger was saying that if you're depressed, you probably have way too much free time on your hands. And look, I don't want to knock anything. I don't want to say nothing stupid about depression. That's a whole sickness. Like, that's a thing that needs to be talked about with a doctor. I'm no professional, but this is from my own case. Like, I thought I was depressed and anxious. It turned out I just had way too much free time on my hands to overthink things, to worry about things, and to beat myself up about things. It's very easy to be anxious when you're not doing anything. It's very easy to worry when you're not actively doing anything to prepare or to brace for whatever is about to happen, or just being an active pilot of your ship. Not pilot of your ship. Pilot is for airplanes. Or being the captain. Okay, being an active captain of your ship. Your life is your ship, right? And you're the captain. And that's another reason why, like, I want to be sober, because I wouldn't want a drunk captain on my ship. Like, I wouldn't want a drunk captain operating my ship of life. The ship is my life, and I would want me to be clear-headed so I know exactly where I'm going and what I'm doing. And in case there's an emergency, I'm very clear-headed and level-minded to do what I have to do to survive. Like, first of all, you can't panic, right? Also, panicking is 100% confirmed. If you panic, it's 100% confirmed that you will probably not make the right decision. The most important thing when you're making decisions is, number one, not to panic and think clearly. And to think clearly, you also have to be sober. Look, like I said, I don't want to demonize my bad habits, because I've noticed that the more I demonize my bad habits, the more I give them power and the more it's in my brain, even though it's reminding me the whole time, like, don't do it, don't do it. That whole don't do it makes me want to do it. So it's best not to demonize it. It's best not to give it so much power. Don't put those fonts in bold. You know what I mean? Don't give it power. So I've been trying not to give it power. If I want to drink, I'll drink and stuff like that. But I've noticed that if I am during the daytime getting a little bit tipsy and, getting a little fun, if something were to happen in that day where I need to make an important decision, no matter what it is, it can be something about life, something about bureaucracy, something about my career. Like, you don't know what can happen during the daytime where it's business hours, right? If I am not thinking straight, like, things will go bad. And this happened to me for my trip for LA. If I was not getting lit during the daytime the day before I traveled to LA, I would have been mindful of the news. I would have been on the internet checking the news, or like, I would be interested on whatever's going on with my life. I would be interested about those topics. I would have been on top of it, and I would have seen the news, and I would probably have canceled my trip to LA, which that trip overall was a waste of time and money. But whatever, YOLO. And this to say, I'm drinking right now. Just 2 episodes ago, I was talking about how not to do this and why you shouldn't do this, and here I am. See, so it's like, okay, hold up. I'm sorry, but I gotta do what I gotta do. This is the thing, guys. I notice that whenever I am a creative being, and I don't want to, this is the last thing I want to do, but I do notice myself doing it. And it's trying to, like, give myself an excuse for the fact that I'm a creative, and so creatives are more rebellious, and we think outside of the box, and we don't operate like regular citizens, right? We are a little wild. We're a little bit the black sheep out here. So I catch myself many times being like, oh, well, I'm a creative. I'm in my creative mode right now. I'm creating a bunch, so I need to get a little lit. When that is my work, it becomes very easy for it to become a habit of every day. And that's the dangerous part. If I was a dude, honestly, I don't want to talk about like differences in sex and stuff like that. But if I was a dude, I'd probably not beat myself up as much. I'd be like, I'm a dude. I'm gonna drink every day. I don't care. But I'm a chick and I want to have kids. Like I want to have babies and I want them to be extremely healthy, of course. And I think about that. It's like they say that for women it's worse, and I'm tiny as well. So I'm small and my organs are all small too. As my parents say, oh, your organs are small and fragile, and like you doing all those things is not the same as a man doing those things, where a man is like super tall and strong and I'm just tiny and fragile. Again, like I don't know, it's not that I'm sounding like I am the biggest alcoholic ever, but I don't even drink that much. I just think I'm being a little hard on myself, but I think I should be hard on myself. Everybody should be a little bit hard on themselves, because I have gotten used to like my husband coming back from work, and I'm excited for many reasons. One of them is, of course, he's coming back from work and I've missed him all day. The second reason is he's coming back from work with like a lit kit. He's coming back with some beer and, you know, things like that. And I am like, yay, we're about to enjoy the night. This is where we get together and talk about our day, and we're chilling and getting like lit, and it's just a vibe, you know. And when that happens every day, it kind of becomes really like a habit. Then I caught myself like expecting it, you know. One of these days this week, he came back without anything, and I was pissed. Like I didn't even notice it until it happened. I was like, this is a little crazy that I'm pissed about it, but I'm so pissed. But I was aware that it was wild that I was pissed about it. Like the one day he doesn't show up with the lit pack, I am pissed. You know, we had a very healthy conversation about it. Here's the thing. For me, everything is extremely, extremely mental. Whatever I want to accomplish, I have to find a way to hack my brain and to hack the way that I'm thinking. For some reason, I'm pretty good at doing that, but it requires a lot of energy and power for me to like be able to actually execute it. I have to be very well mentally prepared and focused. So that's how I quit the nicotine. Like that was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. Thank goodness. That's the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. And I was able to do it only because I had to really mentally prepare. Before I quit, I had to mentally prepare that I was going to quit. And when I quit, I had to be even stronger mentally. And even throughout the whole process, when I thought that I was on the other side of the hardship of quitting nicotine, I also had to remind myself a lot. And that is, especially after you quit and it's been a while, the hardest part is for you to remember why you quit, because it's very easy to forget that after it's been a while and you're on the other side of it and you're feeling cured and clear-headed, and now you're wondering, was that really a problem? Like, it's okay. I feel pretty stable to do it again and not do it anymore after I just do it once. Wrong. That is the actual trap. Don't go thinking that way because that's why 90% of people actually end up reversing to their addictions. It's all in the brain. More than anything, sobriety is all in the brain, and staying in sobriety is all about mental focus, mental strength. For me, I have to be very aware. It's a process of awareness. What I had to do on that day where he came back without the drinks and I was like a monster. Like I said, we had a very healthy talk, and you know, he knows me at this point, and we had talked about this already, and he realized it too. He was like, maybe if I had told you early in the morning before I left for work that this was going to happen, you'd be fine with it. And I was like, exactly. If I had known that this would be a thing, if I had known that I had this time to prepare to enter the sober stages, I would be more okay with it. But it just sucks when you're expecting something and that thing doesn't come. And like for me specifically, I've always been this way when the plans change last minute, or if I'm not in the loop of the plan, I get very mad. I'm a bit of a control freak, but not as much, but I just want to know things, right? And that's exactly what it is. So the next day he told me in the morning, he's like, okay, today we're not today is the day I'm not coming back with it. Like, we're gonna, start this new wellness journey again together, all that, boom, 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 boom. I was like, cool, that's great. Went by my whole day just creating my content. I was fine with it. I knew mentally I was prepared. I knew exactly what was gonna happen. But then my mans came back home with some beers because I guess he needed it. And, I didn't even think twice. He came back and I was like, yes, thank goodness. I was like, thank goodness. It's going to be an awesome, fun night. But, again, excuses. It was his birthday yesterday. And yesterday we both knew we were going to drink and all that. But again, I think we have reversed officially back to the process of let's prepare mentally. And soon we're going to have to pull the plug on that and commence actual sobriety. And I don't even want to say sobriety because, like I said, I'm not trying to like make it seem like it's less than it is, but I'm really not. I know it sounds like I'm the biggest alcoholic, but I really am not. I am really trying to get into this wellness life. Like, all my content lately has been about wellness, and not only my podcast right now, but also my TikTok shop affiliate program journey is mostly about me promoting wellness holistic products. So I feel a little bit like a fake if I am promoting these things and talking about these things and I'm actually not living to the highest potential of wellness, and holistic life. So I need to do better myself so that I can do better in my content and actually live this fully, because right now I feel like a fake. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying my best. I'm getting my information. I'm doing my research. I do some things, but I really want to go full commitment into this wellness journey. And I want to see what's going to happen. I want to take you guys in this journey with me. I want you guys to see the glow up. I am trying to glow up, okay? I'm trying to glow up from within. I want to be healthy. I want to be happy. And I want to also look pretty. All of these things are way too good for them not to require any sacrifice, right? And the sacrifice is literally just doing things that I don't want to do. That's it. That's the only sacrifice. I don't know why it is that hard for us humans just to do it. Just do it. Like, it seems very simple, right? Shia LaBeouf, just do it. But no, we end up just not doing it. So anyways, we're still in that process, but I can definitely see like the finish line of it all. In terms of bad habits, we have a deadline. We have a life thing that's going to happen soon, and we need to stop fully. We're now in the stages of preparation. Okay. We're in the stages of preparation for sobriety. Even though we're still doing it, we're still doing our bad habits. Mentally, we know that the clock is ticking. Yeah, the clock is ticking. I have noticed that for sure that all my sobriety endeavors, they only work if my brain is prepared for it. So take as much time as you need. I think the most important, and this is such a cliche, but the most important part of it all is you understanding that you need change and you need maybe help. Sometimes it's best to talk to your closest people. When I was quitting the nicotine, and, I'm extremely secretive with my parents. I don't want them knowing. My parents are the biggest nerds, the biggest academia people. Like, they're professors with doctorates. They're very bright, intelligent people. And I feel very ashamed of a lot of the things that I do. So I like to keep a lot of things under wraps. A lot of things a secret when it comes to them knowing about my life. When I was quitting the nicotine, they knew that I smoked. They knew, but we tried to we're awkward people with each other. We're kind of awkward with social situations, even when it comes to family. So we kind of we don't talk about it. We all know about it, but we don't talk about it. We kind of ignore it. And maybe once in a while they'll say something just to remind me hey, stop doing this because it's bad for your health type thing. When I was in the process of quitting and I was 100% sure, and here's the thing, you have to convince yourself, or not convince yourself, you have to really talk to yourself very closely and very intimately. And that's why I always say, if you're trying to go into your sober journey, I would really recommend sitting with yourself and actually meditating and really getting intimate with yourself, talking to yourself and not lying to yourself, getting to the root of your truth and what you really want to do, because sometimes our brain tells us that we need to quit, but do we really want to quit? And that's the problem. That is the reason for my biggest mental torture, is me knowing that I need to quit, but on the other side of my brain, I'm also telling myself that I need to quit, but I don't want to really. Like, really, I don't want to. I try to convince myself that I want to. And that's when I start hacking my brain. But the first thing that I would do is literally sit with myself, do a lot of meditation. I would do a solid week of meditation and journaling and trying to get to the bottom of it all. Trying to get to the bottom of why you will want to quit. Even if you don't want to quit, try to find a reason to want to quit. I think that's the best way I can put it. Once you've made the decision that you really want to quit, and it's still not going to be easy, but it does make it way easier. Whenever I really realized that I wanted to quit for real, half of the journey was done right there. And the other half of the journey was me telling my parents that I was going through that and that I was struggling with it. And to me, that was really hard, because with my parents, I always, like I said, I always try to keep my things that I'm ashamed of under wraps, and I don't like telling them that I'm struggling with something because it's something stupid, quote unquote, and I know they'll think that's dumb. But at the end of the day, obviously they don't think that's dumb, because it's all about my health and they love me and they want me to be healthy. So when I told my mom about it, she was she was very helpful. She was very supportive, and it does help with accountability. Nothing better than telling your parents, because they will keep you in check. Told my mom, and it became more of a natural experience, because she had gone through quitting nicotine herself when she was in her 20s, and she was a big smoker as well, and we also avoid talking about that. But when I told her about my quitting experience, she started sharing more about her quitting experience, and we found common ground and we bonded more. And overall, I think that was very important for me to quit. Oh yeah, this month actually is going to be one year since I quit the nicotine, and I thought I would never be able to do that. So woo! And the greatest part of it all is that even after I quit, like last year, just a couple months ago, actually, like 3-4 months ago, at the end of last year, we're in February now. So I think it was like November. It was in November. We went out to celebrate my sis-in-law's birthday, and we had hookah, and I had hookah and I was fine. I just had the hookah that one night, and the next day I was fine. I wasn't craving nicotine at all. This is where I want to get with everything, like with my drinking as well. Like I want to get to the point where I can do things once like a normal person. Like I talked about this last week. I want to be able to utilize my bad habits once and then be cool with it. I think I can do this. I just have to cut the umbilical cord of these bad habits that have become a routine. Otherwise, TikTok Shop updates, TikTok Shop affiliate updates. This week was a little bit harder than last week. It's getting harder. It's getting harder, but I'm still treading and pushing. This week, it started slow. No sales yet. I don't know what's happening. If anything, I think there's a glitch happening with TikTok, and I am like 95% sure that there's an actual glitch happening with TikTok right now, because not only are my videos getting absolutely ridiculous amount of views in like an hour, like it's normal. Okay, guys, it's normal. It's really normal to have 100 views in an hour, a little slightly over 100 views. So I've been getting sometimes like 40 views in an hour, and I know that for a fact is not right. Like it's either shadow banned, which is not, because I looked it up. My account was in good, healthy standing. So that's not what it is. I think they're shifting their algorithms for sure, because I made a post about it complaining. And a lot of other people also expressed that they are also dealing with this, like some really ridiculous numbers. One of the guys had 600,000 views, and he was like, yeah, my views are ridiculous. And I went to check it myself. I saw his profile page, and I was like, bro, you have 600,000 views, more than 500,000 followers, and you're getting like 300 views on your videos. If he didn't pay for his followers, then yeah, definitely like TikTok is glitching big time. Not only that, it's actually glitching big time. Not only because of the views or the algorithm or whatever. What's happened to me was like, that's when I knew for a fact like that it was glitching. When I posted a video, it was all fine. It was a shoppable video, right? And if you don't know this is something that I really hate about shoppable videos. I wish we could use all the coolest sounds we can use, but we can't. As a shoppable video, you can only use commercial sounds and they suck. And that's why I have to actually take advantage of my diamond certified producer husband to make me some actually good beats, because this shit sucks. So music is very limited because we can only use commercial sounds to post shoppable videos. And I linked the product. I went through the commercial sounds. I picked a sound, and whenever it posted regularly, it wouldn't even allow you to post a video if the sound wasn't a commercial sound. So it allowed me to post, but as soon as it posts, it gives me a notification saying that sound is not available for shoppable videos, and I freak out. I was like, oh my gosh, I had put so much work into that video. I had a script written. I was doing voiceovers, and it was a lot of work and good visuals, the whole shebang. Whenever it gave me that notification, I was just like clenching my teeth, just thinking like, bro, please, whatever you do, just don't mess up. Don't erase the video I worked so hard on. Deep down, I was like thankful that it was giving me an option to like edit it. So I was like, cool. I can edit it. I edited. I found the sound that would work. It was kind of similar to the sound that I had picked originally, and cool. I hit send, it posts. But when it posts, I realized that the soundtrack, the background sound was super loud, and it immediately, it deleted all of my voiceovers, all that script work, all the script work that I had done, all the voiceovers that I had worked on. I'm not great at enunciating, so when I do voiceovers, I really work really hard on them. I repeat them a million times just to make sure that enunciation is absolutely clear and that the energy is also nice. I was very upset, so I made that video complaining like, oh my gosh, this is an obvious glitch. That was a glitch. And then another glitch that happened with me during the same week, I think that was like the day before this glitch happened. I was messing around with the filters, trying to get those colors to pop, and like for some reason it was glitching. Like half of my video had the filter on and half of it didn't have it, and I had no idea how to fix that. So it just went like that. I don't know. Like TikTok has been glitching big time. I'm sure of it. And all I can do is just keep showing up, keep creating content, and wait it out. Just wait for things to get better. Like I said, the numbers have been bad. They did pick up one day of the week. I think that was like on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. It picked up one day, and I was like, oh, okay. And then it went back again. Otherwise, I did start getting, again, collab invites just 2 days ago, I think. It took a while this week. I was getting a little nervous. I was like, what is going on? Like, I had so many collab invites and free sample invites, and suddenly they stopped. But then they came back up at the end of this week 3, if I'm not mistaken now. It's only been week 3. That's crazy. It seems like I've been doing this for months. Yeah, I started getting collabs again, and I was really happy because yesterday I got a collab for this really nice, fun hair extension ponytail. I was like, yes. I already had videos in my head to create, and I was like, yes. What I've been finding that really helps whenever you get collab invites, it's really helpful for you to just send them a message and be like, thank you for the collab invite. I really appreciate it. I'm very excited to work with you. I just requested my sample request, or I just did my sample request, just waiting for shipping, or really appreciate it. Just let me know whenever it's shipped or whenever you accept it. Just kind of cornering them in a really nice way to make sure that they accept your samples. And I found that usually works really good. But in this particular case, they first sent me this whole collab invite message where they were like, we loved your videos and we want to work with you. We think we're going to be a perfect fit. And I was like, thank you for the collab invite. Okay, send the sample. And they were like, oh, we upon reviewing again your profile, we found that your metrics don't really match with what we're looking for. why did you hit me up in the first place? Like, you just really wanted to hurt me at this point, right? So I was upset. I didn't even answer them after that. What I really wanted to answer is literally, I wanted to say, then why did you hit me up in the first place? If you're just gonna, like, deny my sample, like, and many people complain about that. I don't know. I think they just do an automatic thing, like automated messaging. Like, they will hit everybody up, and then whenever you request your sample, they're like, oh, sorry. So that sucks, but I did get other nice samples. I'm expecting some really cool stuff. And I think one of the things that I thought was really funny is, again, talking about my sobriety and all that, I got a sample request for some detox tea for the liver, specifically for drinking. This is specifically for drinking detox. I just got this sample. It's already shipped, so I'm definitely securing this one. It's some really nice high quality tea for detoxing your liver. So I thought that was a really, really good kind of like confirmation from God, if you will. Like, okay, Illy, you're about to get your detox on. It's time to start preparing for quitting. I think by the time it ships, I will be mentally prepared to fully quit drinking and do this whole detox and, document it on TikTok. Another thing that I've been doing this week, I've been doing a way better job at balancing my TikTok content, like the relatable content versus the shoppable videos. I don't want my page to become a full-on commercial, I'm selling you stuff page. I don't want that. I still want to have fun with my page. Like, that's the whole fun of it, creating my relatable content, being myself, just being me, and just connecting with people. So this week I've been doing a way better job at that. I've been doing more videos talking about TikTok Shop affiliate program. I've been having more interactions with the TikTok Shop affiliate program people and peers. They actually helped me a lot this week because I complained about the glitch, and a lot of people told me that I was able to delete and re-edit, which I had no idea I could do that. And that was a game changer, by the way. Thank you, guys. Game changer. That's why community is important, and that's why it's important to make relatable content and just fully say what you're feeling and what you're going through, because there's going to be people that are watching and they're going to help you, and that can really, really be a game changer for you. So that was a game changer for me. It's just nice connecting to people. Like, I don't want to just do videos of selling stuff. Like, I don't want to be that person. Like, oh, Illy is the person that's going to sell you now, like, all these products, like Avon Lady. Like, I still want to do my regular content, and my crochet content is still going up, even though I'm not doing crochet content. Like, the video that's going the most up, or the videos that are going the most up in plural, are all crochet content. And these are like content, these are videos that I made like months and months ago, and they're still generating so many views and follows and comments, and I have to keep going with my crochet. I mean, as you can see here in the back, I am working on this cardigan, designer looking cardigan, which is so exciting, and I'm so excited to do. I am working on that, but like I said, I've been pretty busy, but I am excited to finish this very soon. Actually, I am seeing the end of it. There's some things I have to learn to do. Now it's just these granny squares. I have to do 60 of them. I've currently done about 50. I need to do 10 more, which is super easy. I can do that in 2 days. After that, I need to learn how to weave ends, which I have no idea how to do. And then after that, I need to learn how to actually sew the cardigan together, which no idea how to do that, but excited how to learn to do it. And then there's other things I've been tasked with responsibilities, which I'm excited about and also a little bit nervous about. There's a wedding coming up, a very important wedding, family wedding. Sis-in-law is getting married. Super excited about that. So I was tasked, one of my responsibilities for the wedding is to create the handkerchiefs. Is to create the handkerchiefs. So I have my mom-in-law gifted me with a really cool sewing machine, which I still haven't tried because I'm trying to finish this cardigan. But now I'm going to put the machine to use because I'm going to figure out how to make handkerchiefs. And pray for me, guys. It's a lot of responsibility, but I think I can do it. And I'm actually excited to do it. So let's see how that's going to go. Anyways, as far as the TikTok Shop affiliate program, not much new. This week, like I said, along with balancing my content with like relatable real life content with the shoppable videos, I'm also kind of like chilling a little bit more on hashtags or content creator search insights. I am chilling on that. I only use that if I need any inspiration for content ideas, but overall I don't think any of it works. Honestly, I don't think any of it works. What works is authenticity, period, and just being yourself. High quality videos, like I tried my best to make my videos look better and better. It doesn't really generate sales. Like I said, the video that generated actual sales was a video that was very simple, and I didn't put that much effort into it. Again, like it was an audio that already existed, and I didn't have to do much, honestly. So I think this week I kind of chilled out a little bit on effort, just trying to see what works. And I really think that like nothing matters. We'll see. So yeah, I think, this is it for me, for this week. I hope you guys are good. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. I would love to hear comments from you guys. You guys never comment, so please comment. Just say hi. Like, I don't bite. Other than that, thank you for the support. I've been hearing from people recently. They've been saying they see my content, they're proud of me, and it's motivating. So I really appreciate it. Sometimes I feel like nobody's listening, and that's fine, but I keep going. But you know, deep down you're like, man, I feel like I'm just sending all this content into the abyss, and like I don't hear no echo back. But now this week, hearing from people saying that they've been seeing me and that they appreciate it and they're inspired, that means actually a lot. Thank you so much. You know who you are. We talked this week. Thank you. Guys, stay strong, stay healthy, stay well, stay loving yourself, understand yourself, be nice to yourself, and we got this. We can still improve, and it's okay, guys. Bye. Love you. Have a good one. See you next week. We did it again.
I play the cards that dealt. I really like my odds. I better bet on myself. I really like my odds.